Have you ever wondered why Korea is still divided into two parts even today? Why did one nation split itself in two and raise one of the most fearsome walls in the world? Once, the entire Korean peninsula was a single united country, rich in culture, language, and thousands of years of tradition. But at a cruel turn in history, it became divided into North and South Korea. The roots of this division can be traced back to the early 20th century, when in 1910, Japan occupied Korea as a colony. For the next 35 years under Japanese rule, the Korean people suffered severe oppression, exploitation, and cultural suppression. During the Second World War, Japan was an ally of Nazi Germany. But when Japan was defeated in 1945, Korea was liberated from Japanese occupation. However, the joy of independence did not last long. Due to international political tensions, Korea was divided into two parts along the 38th parallel. Came under the control of the Soviet Union, while the southern part came under the control of the United States. Because of the influence of these two superpowers, Korea's future took two completely different paths. In 1948, in the north, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, North Korea, was established, a socialist state under the leadership of Kim Il-sung. On the other hand, in the south, the Republic of Korea, South Korea, was established, a democratic government supported by the United States. The ideologies and political systems of these two nations were completely opposite. Communism on one side, capitalism on the other. This ideological divide soon escalated into conflict. In 1950, North Korea launched a military attack aiming to unify the peninsula. Initially, North Korea achieved massive success. It captured almost the entire south, except for the city of Busan. At that point, in response to the United Nations call, US-led forces entered the war on behalf of South Korea. The tide of the war turned, and the South's counterattack pushed the northern troops back. Toward the end of the war, China entered the conflict in support of North Korea, making the situation even more complex. After 3 years of brutal fighting, countless deaths, and mass displacement, the war ended in 1953 with an armistice agreement. However, the surprising fact is no formal peace treaty was ever signed. The two countries still face each other across the border, where tensions frequently arise. Yet, in the hearts of ordinary Koreans, one dream still lives on, that someday they might be reunited. In essence, it was the hostility between the United States and the Soviet Union during the Cold War that gave birth to Korea's lasting division. Because of their tug of war for influence, one nation, one culture, one language, was split into two separate states. What do you think? Will Korea ever be reunited in the future? Share your opinion in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more geography and geopolitical videos.